After I rise and shine, I'm ready to shoot my shot like it was gunplay. You heard from the rest, now heed the word of the best. Who has the character and caliber of Naturesh? And when we meet, your only homework from last week is to be elite. And be discreet about the faith we build upon when we speak. Dr. Odds and off the T's and be complete to reach a peak. And when I rise to flourish, my mind is nourished with words to help me find the courage. To stay on my higher purpose even when I get nervous. This is sort of like church for us because it's about the service. Something about your day.
What up, what up? What up, world? Tap. I'm Compresh, and this is the Monday Jump Off number 162. So everything you need to know is in the description box. Check out Portal, that's PRTL.com. Use access code BELITE. Check out Red Feather Wellness up in Connecticut for your foot rub massage and all that other good stuff and good dialogue that you can have and one-on-one setups. Life Strength Health, incredible husband and wife team, and just get your liver, your kidney, and everything, your heart health together. We have EIB consultants dealing with diversity, equity, and business, etc. Desiree Doulas, Medicine of Essence, another doula team out of DC, and just many others. We got Haru, all her books are dope for children, really fly educational sister. We got Tanai out of DC doing her real estate thing. Definitely look at that. And last but never least, go to Mezura Creation, get your US cards today, cards with culture. And yeah, it's just been a incredible week. Sometimes we might sit and wonder and go like, why is this happening to me? Why is my life like that? But I think the question we need to really start asking ourselves is, why not me? Right? Why not me? Instead of going, why me? Why not me? Everything is a prescription. If we look at problems as our prescription to test our character, who we are, what we are, things that shake us up, things that makes us nervous, things that bring us fear, things that bring us sadness. Why would it not be you? If you are this person that you say you are, how can these things not be for you? So I think looking at problems and issue as something prescribed for your life, for you to develop. Now, you might not inflict the wound on yourself, but it's then will show your responsibility to heal yourself, especially once you know what you're up against and what you've been through, and also not to put nobody else through it. I know the saying hurt people, but hurt people should be healing people, or if anything else, creating an environment where other people just don't get hurt by the same thing that hurt them. And that's just really it. And I just want to talk a little bit about human capital, and how not to waste human capital, how all of our lives are interconnected with each other. So the reason we try not to do nothing stupid or separate ourselves from the group or from the collective is because the world is lonely and it's dangerous, right? So therefore, knowing where you are in that collective is your safety, it's your nourishment, it's your joys, it's your ups. Sometimes it can be even your downs, but having community, having tribe, knowing that you are loved and respected is so key. And you can't really turn your back on that as a human being. Our highest order, we're always seeking love and interconnectedness. So, and I say that because I'm speaking from a personal place, how do I want to put this on the internet? I put it like this: do not waste your human capital by doing things that endanger the group, right? because that's going to build a certain level of resentfulness. It's going to build a certain level of hmm, what's the word? Certain level of unforgivableness, you know, to turn your back on a group, especially a group of people who took care of you and really genuinely loved you. It's really rough to come back from that. And so, but granted, everybody can become, I guess, a prodigal son and wave back, um, back from obscurity. But I would just say the amount of human capital and material capital to keep up with a person or to get them over their pathology, whether it's alcoholism and drug abuse, that type of stuff takes a lot out of people, a lot out of people. So I would just say, like, try to keep it 100. If you can't keep it 100 for yourself, at least keep it 100 for your kids, your family, etc., and those that love you, your mother, because that wasted human capital, man, that make you mad than a mother. Like, to know that you have other things to do, but this person that you love is kind of like draining, right? They're draining you out of your time, out of your money, out of your resources. And if only they did the right thing, but you just trying to do what's correct by them. And that's why I was bringing up prescription, right? All this stuff is just a test because everything is going to ebb and flow and change. The physical frame you see me in, it's going to just become dust one day. Will become dust. My logo, my brand may live on, you know. So you may see this another 20, 30, 100 years, hopefully 1,000 years. My daughter, nephew, nieces take it over and expand it. That'd be really, really phenomenal, you know. And but certain things we do, this logo will probably outlive me, and that's cool. And the things that I created will outlive me, and the people that I assisted and helped will outlive me. And that's the prescription of formlessness in life. You know, you can go from running the street. I don't know why everybody on the internet always glorify, street life as the cool thing. I think it's kind of absurd. Like, yeah, everybody in the 90s ran the street, sold whatever, did whatever, but it was just survival. I don't know if that makes you cool. You just trying to survive and just trying to get the latest kicks, sneakers, car, crib, just like everybody else. But that ain't really no cool points. It's just something that was going on. It's no different than somebody who was like raising cattle. That's all what they knew. So therefore, they kind of did it. They know how to throw barrels of hay and ride a horse. That's just life. Does teach you some survival skills, teach you how to get out of dangerous situation, teach you to be aware of people, movements, read energy. So it has some good stuff to it, but yeah, it ain't nothing to really glorify. Hopefully, we get off of that on the internet. You know, the fact of the matter is, we need to build more chess players, more kids in STEM, more engineers, create our own car company, create our own constructions and manufacturing things, and start building our own jeans, our own boots from scratch, have warehouses and storage places and trucking stations and all that other stuff, and get really into control of AI. That's how formless we need to become in this new system, for all people, but I'm speaking especially for Black people, because time can't be wasted on what ifs, the past, right? Like, the past is gone. It's gone. It's gone. The things that we learned from the past is propelling, and you should study. You should be well versed in your cultural reference and just basic history, right? Like every human being should study world history as is, the good, the bad, the ugly, and see where you are in history. And from there, you go out into the world and you create your own history and you find things, your spiritual practice, your tribe practice, your slang, aka dialect, what drives you, the arts, the sciences, etc., etc. And sciences is just not tubes in the lab, the science of herb, the science of breath, you know, the science of deeper thought. You know, what is your philosophy? Then you take that stuff and then you're going to create your philosophy. So if your philosophy is unchangeable, meaning when you learn new facts, new things to add on, whether it's from a 7-year old or a 70-year old, your philosophy is 180. It's not full cipher, right? It's not a complete 360. It's not able to rotate through life accordingly because everything must change. I was really thinking about, being younger and vibrant and just thinking about prom, right? Like I was like, man, that was a good, I felt fly that day. Everything, I was smelling like Gucci, literally. Had the Gucci cologne on, had my date with her Gucci perfume. It was a dope time, a dope time. But when I think about that, man, that's 24 years ago. And I'm so glad that I was always grateful for every moment. So I don't have to have like a weird second childhood or be online acting like I'm some 20-year-old dope boy. I see a lot of that stuff, and that's just kind of wild because a man that don't change with his age and become better and learn that fluidness and formlessness in life and know that everything doesn't remain the same. You know, our parents get older, our favorite uncle gets older, our favorite fighter gets older. People transmute, aka people die that we love. Our kids become adults. Everything is always training. The artist changing, the artists that we love. Granted, Prince, Michael Jackson, 1 in 7 billion. They are 1 in 8 billion person artists, meaning it's probably gonna take another 3 generations before another one of those people come alive. They're like Bach and Beethoven, and just anything dope. Anything dope. And just but you think about even before that, we don't really know the songstress of Kemet, right? Well, we have Whitney Houston, and she's running on that songstress, that vocalist wavelength that existed thousands of years, thousands, 10, 20,000 years ago. And I think that energy still continues on, but the physical form will change. It's just how it is, you know. But you don't know all the ancient people. We call them ancient people because that's just what they are now, because we consider ourselves modern. One day we will be ancient too, you know. One day somebody will look at this logo and be like, man, what is that? You know what I mean? That's old. You know what I'm saying? But if it's something of integrity and something of genius and something of prosperity and something of good health, it will always live on through time beyond you. That's why you got to create, that's why you got to make that cookbook with all your family, of all your family recipes, and give it to the next generation so they can be like, yo, Aunt Brenda taught me this, Uncle Reggie taught me how to fish, so your name stay on. But the physical form must change, just like everything else. Your favorite store is shut down now, which you used to go to. Your favorite mall ain't even the same no more that we used to hang out with. We never thought Blockbuster videos would go anywhere. you know it's wild. We got AI with the possible ability to check our credit score and bing somebody's phone and be like, low credit score, don't hang with them, or low friendship score, don't hang with them, just off of like Facebook posts and Twitter posts. It's really deep how fast the world is changing. Like I remember this was like a sidekick. I was so happy to flip it and text my lady, and then that became obsolete. You went to the church, then the chirp became the Motorola flip. It's so deep, like how you go from pager to different things. The two-way Nextel, then it was the sidekick. Yeah, you can go on and on, but what I'm saying is everything become obsolete, like Atari to Nintendo to TurboGrafx 16 to Genesis to PlayStation, the GameCube to, you see how it's just moving. It's just moving. Time is always moving. That formlessness, it's just still a video game, but it's coming in different forms, different JPEGs. It's just wow, like that. But it's the beautiful thing about that prescription that is yours in life. I can't tell you why you were chosen for your favorite aunt to die of cancer. I can't tell you why your niece or nephew was sleeping and a stray bullet killed them. Can't tell you, but I will tell you this though. What is prescribed for us is prescribed for us, and that's what builds us to make us stronger. And that's what really puts us to the test to see if we are who we say we are and how we live if we say how we live. Because that's what's going to allow you to conquer these things, being genuine. Now, I know we live in a microwave society, but I want you to know we oven cooked people with a lot of seasoning, right? So remember what is prescribed for you. It's your destiny. And the way you think about things, the way you live to do things, the seeds that you plant, it's going to give you the ability to handle the ebbs and flow of life. So I say all that to say this. Let's stay in the book of the 48 Laws of Power, the so-called bad book that everybody be talking about is evil. We all go to law number 48. I just think it's solid. We just jump around through the book, right? So it goes with tonight's topic. It says assume formlessness. By taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of taking a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. So an enemy can be anything, anyone, climate, weather, people, the venue you thought you had access to. They could flood. A lot of things could become your enemy. You know, accept the fact that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes. It's law number 48. It gets into a lot of good stuff, different transgressions of the law, the observance of the law, the keys to power. It says things like, keys to power. The human animal is distinguished by its constant creation of forms, rarely expressing its emotions directly. It gives them form through language or through socially acceptable rituals. We cannot communicate our emotions without a form. The forms that we create, however, change constantly in fashion and style, and all those human phenomena representing the mood of the moment. It's deep. This is why we got books like this. So, and it gives us that clarity to understand that as things change, we change. Yes, there's certain things that hold us down, like gravity, that will not change and should not change. If you're a nice person, I want you to know right now you do not finish last. You just got to set up your boundaries so you can propel your niceties throughout the world in a more proficient way. Right? so you can finish the way you're supposed to finish. What is your prescription in life to finish? So be nice. If you're nice, go ahead, go be nice. You know, if you cool, stay cool, but don't let that cool lead into a habitual nonchalantness where you just don't handle things and you're not on your business. That ain't cool. You know, if you're a good looking person, you're a 10, 9, or 8, don't let anybody diminish your beauty. Separate yourself from the pack, but still keep your humility about yourself. And then let your heart beauty be shown. And then it always match the physical beauty. If you strong, don't pick up on a little, don't beat down on a little. Let your strength be their protection. And that's how you transmute that bully energy of having strength. You know, it's really deep, but it's quite simple when you start realizing that the game we're playing is the chess game of our own godship, how we decide to move our pieces on this thing, this board called life. And once you figure that out, I think you're in good journey. So I say all that to say this: you are the king and queen in your life. I am Compresh, and it's the Monday Jump Off number 162. Remember, if you have any questions you want me to answer or respond to, please email compreshm@gmail.com. That's compreshm@gmail.com. I know I really got to step up this YouTube thing, but I kind of like the rawness and the and just the personal. You know, I don't want all the pizzazz stuff. I may do a little something, something, you know, but I'm gonna leave that for like the bigger known people, like your O'Shea Duke Jacksons, your Club Shay Shays, and stuff like that. You know, brothers I respect and appreciate, and I wish them all the success. But I want a super good grassroots, home feel, village feel, and you know, people that's just seeking that groundedness, that peace, that cool fly, not that flashy fly, which I think is needed also. You know, so 3 or 4 things can exist at the same time and get the message out in their own particular way. And yeah, so check out the description box. Everyone in the description box is fly, but definitely check out Mezurah Creations. You know, pre-order your card game. Oh, pre-order your book by the sister named Zaza Ali. She got something called Ancient Peoples. It looks really, really dope. I can't wait to get my copy of it. And we're gonna just continue on. We might stay in power, or we might go over to mastery. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, just rock on. Let's have an incredible week. And remember, don't beat yourself up. Don't victimize yourself. Just understand the things you're going through life was prescribed for your strengths and for your ability to become a better divine being. I'm Compresh. See you next week. Peace.